Hi Sag, how are you? So this is your February reading, and before I get into the cards, I'm just going to let you know a little bit about the Mercury retrograde that will be happening starting February 16th, and it'll last all through March 9th. This retrograde will happen in the sign of Pisces, and for you, Sagittarius rising, this is your 4th house. Now, 4th house is the house of family, of home, of what feels nurturing to you, right? Like what feels home to you. So this can bring up a lot of things about your home, like maybe loans that you're taking about the home, maybe like remodeling about the home, maybe something will actually break in your home and then you'll need to fix it. So stuff like that. Now the other thing too, Mercury, when it's in retrograde, brings up stuff from the past as well. So maybe this can be like things happening with your family, maybe some relatives that will pop into your life that you haven't seen in a long time, or it's just an opportunity for you to really look like, maybe I want to move and things and maybe change things around my home to make it more homey and to make it more cozy. So this is really great because also like having this happen in the sign of Pisces being the sensitive, dreaming, creative sign, maybe this actually will make your home much like give you ideas on how to improve your home and decorate your home in such a way that it really brings you a sense of like, oh wow, I feel so happy in my own home. Right, so this could be great for you. Now the other thing that will happen is Moon is going to square Mercury, and that kind of bring a little tension between what you feel versus what you think. So it's like your mind and your heart might be on 2 different pages about certain things. So let's say if it comes to the home stuff, maybe it's like you want to redecorate and you want to buy this piece of furniture that is super expensive, but you love it so much, you gotta have it. But on the other hand, you're like, but I have to be realistic, can I afford it, right? So it's stuff like that that might come up for you. But in any way, the retrograde is really asking us to reevaluate, reassess, and really kind of take a step back and look and have that review period before we move into anything concrete and make any definite decisions. Okay, so that said, I'm gonna go into your reading and see what comes up for you. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's see. So 6 of Pentacles in reversed. Upright. Not sure why I said that. 2 of Cups. So far, I really love it. Yes, this can play out a few different ways, but I feel there's a really, wow. This is, I think for some of you, Sag, that are single, you might meet somebody that is quite destined for you, and it's really a soulmate type of connection, somebody you have a karmic connection with. Yes, it very much so. This is a very intense thing for you, even though for you, as Sagittarius rising, this is happening in the 4th house, but like for you, the sign like Moon or Sun sign of Sagittarius, this is for you, some of you, you're going to be meeting somebody quite an intense connection, like it's almost like a soulmate connection, like I said, right? Which is exciting. It's really exciting to see, because everybody else will kind of like, oh, maybe things from the past, kind of dealing with some past trauma, past relationship with exes. For you, I think it's really more about how do you, if you're already in a relationship, where do you end and where do you begin? How much do you give and how much do you take? What do you compromise? Are you compromising enough? Are you being stubborn on something, or you know when to give in a little bit? But also, do you know your boundaries? So I think this is what this beginning of the month will bring up, but it's beautiful. I think regardless of the fact of there might be a little friction, a little tension, you guys really love each other. There's so much love here. There's so much love. Now, we're having the 2 here and the Lovers. Again, it could be like a really karmic connection. So you guys are 2 destined to be together. For others of you that are just looking and have just started to date, these 2 cards can bring up choices and decisions in partnerships. Do you stand your ground, or do you go for somebody that's more dominant or less dominant than you? Do you have the other person respect your boundaries, or do you just let them walk all over you? This is really a lot of it. It's about relationships and a lot about choices in relationships and how you relate to each other in relationship. So I really love seeing this. Now, I don't see it as much work related as really as much as like really having to do with stability, your home stability, with your relationship stabilities, right? Like how do you, like the foundation, that the yin and the yang of the relationship, you know, the give and take of a relationship and within the relationship. And then, like I said, that's going to be really front and center in the first part of the month. In the second part of the month, we have a major decision to make. Do you move forward with something? So if you just started dating somebody new, I think for you it will be like, oh, do I move forward with them? I have such an intense connection with them. You feel so good. And also, like, I feel with the Fool here, it's almost like he's very, he's not risk averse, like so he's being careful, which I love seeing here, because Sagittarius, you kind of tend to rush into something because you're a fire sign. You're just so adventurous and you love adventure. So for you to have this, like, it's really awesome to see you putting the brakes on and you're not rushing into something without really putting some judgment. It's like that, you know, that mind and the heart conflict, like you really making sure that both of them are in alignment before you move forward and you're not just jumping into something. So overall, I feel like for some of you that are not in relationships, this month you will meet somebody that would be really important for you and for your future life, and will bring a lot of things for you and a lot of lessons for you. But you have to pay attention to the signs. You have to pay attention to the rhythm and the pace of this, how fast this is going. And don't rush into anything. Don't have yourself pressured into anything. Just really pay attention that it's an even give and take, that this starts with an even give and take. Even though you feel such intensity, but kind of like make sure that it's on both sides, not just one-sided thing, right? Because the more you're feeling that attraction and connection, the more you're inclined to give versus receiving as much. So this is where you like to kind of put the brakes a little bit. Yeah, don't rush, because really during the retrograde is not a good time to start anything new specifically and like really have that acknowledgement, okay, oh, we're a couple now. To kind of like take your time, see where this is going and see how this is unfolding before you really commit. But I'm having a really good feeling that this is gonna last. This is gonna last because you're really like it's a very cautious approach that you're gonna have this month towards this relationship. So I'm really hopeful for it, and I'm really excited for it. But let me pull an oracle card for you and see what it has to say for you and what advice it has for the month of February for you. But I love this. This is very relationship centric. And for some of you too, like for you, a Sag rising, I feel like this is going to be about compromising, like if you're decorating a home or if you're buying something for the home, it's kind of compromising, like, well, you bought this that you wanted, so it's kind of my turn now to do that. You know, such minor things like that. But, and it's only for a very small part of you guys that might apply. Okay, so as for the oracle, let's see. Regeneration. This card shows up when, again, it's right? It's like reevaluate, reassess, re-establish. So it's that Mercury retrograde action that it asks you. So regeneration is something that you it takes you, this invites you to really focus on your energy and focus on and like I said, that equal give and take, right? Because you need energy to grow, you need energy to progress and move forward and to evolve as a human being. But if that's not given to you, if you don't have that time, the space, or the opportunities to do so in a relationship or outside of a relationship, there's no room to grow. So this is really, it's allowing yourself that room to grow. And this is kind of what drives to what I was saying before in the beginning of the reading. It's those boundaries, that equal give and take. Make sure that you have that space and that time for yourself too, and not only give that to others, to your partner. So then you can be that strong person for your partner, for your potential future partner as well, because you had that time to focus on yourself and focus on your needs and your wants, and kind of replenish your own cup, so to speak. So this is going to be a really intense emotional period for you guys, but it's something that, and with the Fool in reverse, it's something that you approach with caution, because you know that regeneration, that you're moving into something bigger now. And now it's the time to really focus on okay, let me just rest now, and let me just focus on getting my energy levels up, so then I can tackle whatever comes next, because I know something huge is coming. So I'll leave it at that, Sag. And oh boy, I'm excited for March and see what March brings for you. But in the meantime, I'll say goodbye and happy February. Bye.